And, it's a hardworking community. That community has a median income of about $30,000. And now you've got this vision that's working. The AFL-CIO president, Jake Humble, says the partnership with the school and his group is putting students on a path for stable employment and financial success. And now you're starting to see the fruits of the labor that they've put together over at St. Mary's. And St. Mary's has had some really good sports teams as well on top of it. So we love to promote what is good, what is happening with St. Louis. That is definitely one of those stories that is happening. And they're trendsetters. They're making a way where there wasn't one. I guess not listening to the common knowledge. But they're here. So congrats to St. Mary's. If anybody else is doing anything at a high school that you think is great, a teacher, a school, a apprenticeship, any sort of situation like that that's giving kids another opportunity, a chance, going above and beyond maybe, we'd love to focus on it. You can put it in the chat line. And if you didn't want to put it in the chat line, you can also email us privately. Our email is archcitynow@gmail.com. Once again, that's archcitynow@gmail.com. I'm Vic Faust, Projo's alongside. We take it 8 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday. And coming out of the gate with some of those stories today, first of all, talking about the Clayton 2-night rentals in downtown Clayton to try to keep some sort of the vibe there so that there's not as much vacancy. Clayton's a really, really cool town. There's a lot of new, there's a lot of old. And they don't want the vacancy to be around. And that's why they're trying to come up with ideas, come up with ways that things can happen. And of course, we love to talk about whatever you guys do as well. You let us know. You get it out there for us. Sometimes we bounce around. Also, congrats. This was a pretty big one because they're seasoning it in. Congrats to Lafayette's Abby Carr. She was recently named the 2024-2025 Gatorade Missouri Softball Player of the Year, playing for Lafayette. She had an incredible season, so congrats to her. Are you guys into, as we talk about in the mornings, when it comes to gas station coffees? I'm not I like coffee. How about you guys? I don't care. Like, I don't have to have something that's perfect. But I'm telling you, in the St. Louis area, if I'm doing something, I think Quick Trip does a really good job.
I think they actually carry the brand of coffee that I'm talking about, Ronico or whatever.
I think they do.
Yeah, that's
or Renoco.
Renoco, yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's my favorite. Where it used to be. I don't drink coffee anymore.
I was going to say, I don't think you drink coffee.
No, not anymore, unfortunately. It's not my friend, apparently.
No, I know. You told us. So where do you get your coffee if you do get it outside of the house? And how is that situation? We'll play in the Starbucks situation in as well, because we were telling you a little bit about what Starbucks is trying to do. Starbucks has a goal now. I don't know how they'll do it. A 4-minute coffee. Imagine your last stop at a Starbucks. Was it a 4-minute stop? If it was, more power to you.
Is that when you finally get up to the window?
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, probably. You're right. Oh, we weren't counting that 15-minute line that you had to wait in. Coffee experts said these are the worst coffee experiences at gas stations. Wawa? Have you heard of Wawa?
I have. I think that's south.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know what part of the country Wawas were in. Number 2 was Circle K. They're local, right?
Yeah. Well, I know we have a lot of them.
Speedway, 3. Racetrack. I don't even see these places around.
Yeah.
There's a gas station called Sheetz. Sheetz.
Go get your sheets.
Oh, Quick Trip number 6 as being that's not horrible. They say there's 5 worse. Quick Trip's invested a lot of money if you're in a Quick Trip in the St. Louis area in the last 6 months into that whole. They like revamped their whole coffee system. They have a bunch of cold brews. It looks like you're at a bar. I'm surprised Quick Trip's even on there.
Yeah, that is.
Buc-ee's was 7. Quick Star was 8. You know, some of the Royal Farm. Some of these I don't even know if they have them in the St. Louis area. And
I can't even believe Buc-ee's is on there.
Yeah. So, but just the worst gas station coffee that's out there. It's like, okay, all right. Did you know we're talking about this? Because I mean, it's not a quote just straight St. Louis, but the stores are. Speaking of Starbucks, I had no idea that this was even out there. But we'll talk about that coming up here. Talking about the coffee, Starbucks now is trying to do this 4-minute coffee. And I'm like, how is that even possible? To have a 4-minute coffee, but they think they can do it. Here's the deal. Well, I just lost my computer. We gotta wait. Survey says nothing, and you'll like it.
Where's the IT guy when you need him?
He's running the show. So they say that they're going to get a goal of 4-minute coffee, becoming the world's greatest customer service again. Okay. So last night, Starbucks said that they are going to bring back a 4-minute coffee experience. Okay, sounds good. Well, are they going to bring it?
Oh, okay. I was going to say, they had that before?
Yeah, the CEO's major drink, he says his favorite drink is the tall Americano with an extra shot. That's his drink. So he's like, part of their turnaround in becoming the world's greatest customer service again is taking this serious and attacking it. So they're going to launch a new operating model called the Green Apron Service, touting improved efficiency. Baristas have a goal. No custom order should take longer than 4 minutes to make. Now, I don't know coffee that much. I've never had to make a specialty coffee. But they say it's all centered around partners on the roster in the store working together to get that 4-minute special coffee out. Will it work? I guess. But for the most part, if you've been there, people take their jobs serious in there, don't they? When they're not out picketing. Sorry.
I wasn't expecting that.
The company's emphasis, he said, had shifted too much toward the mobile orders. Mobile orders make up 30% of Starbucks business and away from the customer standing inside the cafe. That makes sense to me. So they said they had to figure out how to bring the order to the fact that we have 3 key order points. And we know it's a morning show. We talk coffee and people get their coffee to go check it out wherever they are. What's the place over here? It's a newer one in the last year. Oh, Scooters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious if what makes a good coffee. If you've had Scooters yet, let me know because there's one that I drive by in the mornings. By the way, there's 11,000 company-owned Starbucks stores across the country. And 1,500 of those stores have now unveiled that Green Apron Service, what they're trying to do. So, we'll see where it goes. We'll keep you posted with that. We still got a lot to get into the show today. Talked about the Clayton situation. We'll do that. The coffee in St. Mary's. If you want to comment on any of those, we'll bring them back up a little bit later in the show. Also, not that it's an awesome topic, but it does involve St. Louis, and we'll let you know how how good the Rams are doing when it comes to their finances, which is unfortunate for us St. Louisans to hear. Plus anything else you want to talk about when it comes to St. Louis. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. Projo's alongside. I'm Vic Faust. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. The phone number is 855-282-8255. We'll be back with more Arch City Now right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown & Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown & Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown & Crouppen now.
Hey everyone, Cam Jansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City, 314-344-4400.
LouInfo.com news headlines brought to you by Brown & Crouppen. GetBC.com.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. A man injured in a stabbing 2 weeks ago has died. The 50-year-old man was stabbed in a fight July 29th in the 200 block of Fasten Street in St. Louis in the Carondelet neighborhood. He told police he knew the suspect. The victim was released from the hospital August 1st, but returned to the hospital August 7th and died on the 10th. The investigation is continuing. A Jefferson County woman pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity on Wednesday. Ashley Parmalee confessed to killing her 9-year-old daughter and 2-year-old son in 2024 and entered the insanity plea after a mental health evaluation by an independent forensic examiner. The second exam also gave the opinion that Parmalee did not know right from wrong at the time of the killings. At a St. Louis Public Schools board meeting this week, members voted to reverse district policy to reflect the state's cell phone ban in schools. Area school districts, including Francis Howell, Lindbergh, Parkway, and Rockwood, have similar policies in place. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We've got some heat and humidity on the way as we get closer to the weekend. High pressures in the central plains and will be covering our area. Sunny today, we're hitting the upper 80s. For the overnight, clear and low 70s. And then we're in the mid 90s for the afternoon high on Friday. Our heat index about 100 and sunny. Sunny, hot, and humid through the weekend. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at LouInfo.com.
A legendary weekend is coming to the Lou. Don't miss the Stiefel Charity Classic presented by Compliance Solutions, September 4th through 7th at Norwood Hills Country Club. Watch PGA Tour champions compete and enjoy a live performance by music sensation OAR at Friday's community concert presented by CarShield. Tickets start at just $20. Kids, military, veterans, and first responders get in free. Get your tickets today at StiefelCharityClassic.com.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports, and they're thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
Is your brand stuck on the sidelines? Tired of feeling like your marketing budget is just warming the bench? Well, then it's time to get in the game with EyeSight Media. We don't just put your brand near the action, we put you in the action. Imagine this, your company front and center, showcased in NCAA and pro stadiums and arenas nationwide. If you're ready to elevate your brand to MVP status, don't miss this shot. Visit eyesightmediagroup.com today to apply for an in-arena partnership. That's eyesightmediagroup.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at